Apologies. All right. So problem number 11, 5.4. Our goal is to write this thing right here with as little ink as possible. Ooh, okay. So a couple of things come to mind. Usually when I'm playing with trig functions, if I can get away with it, I'd rather just use sine and cosine and not use the other ones. So I'm thinking, okay, what is the cosecant? So question mark, what to do? I think the cosecant is 1 over the sine of theta. So I'm just going to replace that in here and see what I can do to clean that up. So sometimes you have to make more ink before you get less ink. So this is equal to 1 plus 1 over the sine of theta divided by 1 plus the sine of theta. Okay. Now I have a fraction within a fraction, so I got to deal with that. So I got to get, my tablet's going to die soon. Thank you. Better hurry up. All right, so a fraction within a fraction is a problem. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to perform this addition by rewriting this one here as sine over sine, so I have a common denominator. So in the top here, I'm going to say this is sine of theta over sine of theta plus 1 over sine of theta. And then in the bottom, we still have that 1 plus sine of theta hanging out. All right, so I have a common denominator. So in my numerator, I keep the denominator. One pen. And I add the numerators. Sine of theta plus 1. And in the bottom, we still have that red 1 plus sine of theta hanging out. Okay, then in algebra classes, what I teach sometimes in my college algebra is when you have a fraction within a fraction, right, clean up the numerator and the denominator and then multiply by the reciprocal. So I've cleaned up the numerator as much as I can. There's nothing to do on the bottom, so I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal over here. So I have the top fraction, sine of theta plus 1 over sine of theta. And the reciprocal of 1 plus the sine of theta would simply just be 1 over 1 plus sine of theta, right? Just flip the whole thing. Ooh, that's awesome, right? Check this out. Because now I have this guy right here matches that guy, and I'm multiplying, so they cancel. That's a number divided by itself, or 1. So this must be equal to just 1 over the sine. Oh, wait, and 1 over the sine is actually the cosecant. And I think that's about as little ink as I can get away with. This green thing is the same as that thing right there. Really? How could I check? Pick an angle and plug it in and see what happens on your calculator. So if you did want to check this, that would be one way to do this. On your calculator, pick an angle like, I don't know, theta equals 2, and plug it in here, plug it in there, and see what your calculator gives you. All right, that's it for now.